The lion is the beast to fight, he leaps across the plain. And if you run with all your might, he runs with all his mane. The polar bear will make a rug as wide as any snow. But if he gets you in his hug, he rarely lets you go. He rarely lets you go. He rarely lets you go. All right, so that is The Lion and the Polar Bear. The words are by Arthur Thomas Quiller Couch. Now that's a mouthful. So this is kind of a fun poem. There are two very unusual chords that I have used. They use the same shape as each other, but neither of them are ones that you're going to see commonly, right? So we've got a C7, no 3. And that gives us a very kind of bluesy sounding feeling because all we're dealing with here is we're dealing with the root, the 5th, and the 7th with no 3rd, right? Okay, so it makes it very kind of neutral sounding and bluesy, allows us to play around with it a bit. Okay, and then we're pairing that with another bluesy sounding chord, the F9 chord. And the F9 chord has the same shape, but it's just a little bit more kind of harsh than an F7. So there's an F7 chord. The F9 adds just a little bit more dissonance in there, right? So we get that kind of bite to it, okay? And so the C7, no 3 is first finger, first fret on the first string, and then third finger, third fret on the second. And then you just move those over. So you get first finger, first fret on the second string, and third finger, third fret on the third string for the F9. So just get used to going back and forth. This is very similar to what we were doing with the E minor and the B7 on the previous song. The difference being that we're leaving out the middle finger and we're just using fingers 1 and 3, right? So we got the C7 at no 3 and the F9. Okay, now, honestly, you can do this any of the regular 4/4 ways. You could do it with a Chattanooga strum. The lion is the beast to fight, he leaps across the plain. And if you run with all your might, he runs with all his mane. Or you could do it with the common strum. The lion is the beast to fight, he leaps along the plain. And if you run with all your might, he runs with all his mane. Right? So down, 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 up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down. It definitely needs a swing to it. If you didn't do the swing, it would sound like this. The lion is the beast to fight, he leaps along the plain. And if you run with all your might, he runs with all his mane. I think it's much better with a swing to it. The lion is the beast to fight, he leaps across the plain. And if you run with all your might, he runs with all his mane. But once again, my favorite for this one is the chink strum. So if you haven't conquered that yet, spend some time on it because it's really worth doing, right? The lion is the beast to fight, he leaps along the plain, right? The lion is the beast to fight, he leaps along the plain. And if you run with all your might, he runs with all his mane. So choose your poison, whichever strum you want to do with this one. You can even do it with thumb strums. The lion is the beast to fight, he leaps along the plain, right? Choose which one you want to do, and let's do it one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. The lion is the beast to fight, he leaps along the plain. And if you run with all your might, he runs with all his mane. The polar bear will make a rug as wide as any snow. But if he gets you in his hug, he rarely lets you go. He rarely lets you go. He rarely lets you go. All right, so that is The Lion and the Polar Bear. Words by Arthur Thomas Quiller Couch. I love saying that. And that is number 21, the last song in the collection. And so I hope you've enjoyed working through these songs with me.